98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial.
All right, welcome back. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Time check is 8:41 a.m. and you're on to Mainland Focus. This is the part where we get to pick two or more trending stories from the front pages of our dailies, flesh it out, and get your thoughts and contributions as regards the conversation that we will be having this morning. This morning, of course, the conversation, the hot topic at this time is still the fuel subsidy, situation that we are in. We're going to be looking at that from the perspective of the clarification that's coming from the presidency, especially with the statement from the spokesman, Tunde Rahman, who said that the statement was only expressing or stating the status quo, that this is what is on ground and this is what I met. All right, so we'll have the conversation, and then we'll also be looking at the story that we have here that says 11 trillion naira has been spent on moribund refineries, and there's a breakdown. So I'll be taking the breakdown as well as the angles that we're going to be coming from this morning. Okay, so we'll also be having Fuhad Saheed, who will drop his 2 cents before we open up the phone line for you to share your thoughts as regards the conversation. Now, this morning, apologies. All right, this morning we're looking at the first one, petrol subsidy removal. What do you think about the clarification that's coming from the presidency? I'll read it again so we can have a clear picture of what the president, through his spokesperson, was trying to say. That the statement from the president was just stating the status quo. Subsidy was gone, was merely communicating the status quo, considering that the previous administration's budget for fuel subsidy was planned and approved for only the first half of the year, which is from January to June. So according to the statement, the federal government will not have funds to continue the subsidy regime, meaning that it has been terminated, adding that the panic buying that came as a result of the communication was needless. The president said the removal would not take immediate effect. So what do you think of that particular statement or the clarification from the presidency? Again, how should the issue have been best handled? I asked the question earlier that do you think it was a communication problem or do you think that it was an inevitable situation that we're still eventually going to find ourselves? Do you think it could have been communicated better, from the president? Fuhad mentioned something earlier that yes, the president, could have mentioned it in his, inaugural speech. However, there should have been some sort of, clarity that should have backed it up, after he made that statement of subsidy is gone, which then gave birth to the chaos that we have now in the country. That's what Fuhad said. So do you think that it could have been communicated better, or do you think that whether he communicated it well or not, what would be? And the fact is that the Buhari-led administration that expired on May 29 already had it in plans that subsidy was going to end by June, which is the end of the first half of the year. So the Tinubu administration, which commenced May 29, 2023, only inherited a policy that had already been in place. However, the issue now is, what do you think of the clarification that's coming in now? Do you think that the president could have communicated that statement better or tactfully? Let me put it that way. Or do you think that it was a situation that we're eventually going to find ourselves, whether he communicated it well or not? How should the issue have best been handled? That is what we're going to be looking at as regards the petrol subsidy removal. Looking at it from the angle of the clarification that came from, the president's spokesperson, Tunde Rahman. The second conversation that we're going to be having this morning is as regards the story on the front page of the Punch newspaper that says that 11 trillion naira has been spent on moribund refineries in 13 years. And that story is on page 30 of the Punch newspaper. There's a huge, there's a comprehensive breakdown. Let me put it that way. There's a comprehensive breakdown of that particular story on page 30 of the Punch. The House of Reps ad hoc committee on the state of refineries and country has said that the federal government has spent a total of 11 trillion naira from 2010 till date. Let me break it down for us. We have here that the Port Harcourt Refinery Company carried out rehabilitation projects over a period of 7 years, ranging from 2013 to 2019, valued at about 12 billion naira only. That the Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company carried out rehabilitation projects over a period of 6 years, ranging from 2014 to 2019, and that was valued at about 28 billion naira. The Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemical Company also carried out rehabilitation works over the period under review, and that was valued at about 2.2 billion naira. So the total cost of rehabilitation for the 3 refineries, based on the submissions of the NNPC from year 2013 to 2019, is put at about 42.6 billion naira only. That other project costs were reported in foreign currencies at KRPC. KRPC is Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemical Company, in dollars, euros, and pounds. And that the Saipem Contracting Nigeria Limited was awarded a contract in 2017 by the NNPC for the technical plant survey of Warri and Kaduna refineries for the contract price of 2 million euros. It's a very, very long read, but that's the breakdown as regards rehabilitation now of our refineries. That's what they had spent between 2013, 2014 to 2019. And Fuhad mentioned something very, very, that got me a little bit curious earlier, is the fact that between 2014 to 2019, that's about 7 years or so. Here we are, we have a private refinery that was constructed from scratch for 6 years. It took them 6 years. And now we have the fact that we had spent trillions of naira rehabilitating refineries for the past 7 years and no results. What are your thoughts as regards these funds that we have spent so far on moribund refineries? What should we do with our refineries? Should we continue to spend money on them to rehabilitate them? Should we? So one of the candidates at the past election said, "Oh, let's sell them off to private investors." What do you think we should do with our refineries? How can we get them to start working again? Should we sell them, concession them, privatize them? Can we still run refineries profitably as a government entity? Yesterday, Fuhad was, clarifying this statement of some of our listeners that said that, the government doesn't have business doing business. However, let's not forget that Aramco is a business that is being run by the Arabian government. So if we have Aramco that's being run by the government in Saudi Arabia, and then they're running it quite successfully well, what is the situation? What's the problem with the Nigerian government running the business of our oil industry? Why NNPC has full autonomy on whatever is happening over there in the oil industry? So that's the conversation that we're going to be having this morning. 2 of them, I've already put them out: petrol subsidy removal and 11 trillion naira on moribund refineries. In case you didn't get what I mentioned earlier, all of it is stated on our live platforms on Facebook and YouTube. So you can get the questions or the angles for the day on Facebook. All right, you can get it there. All of it is stated there at Mainland 98.3 FM because we are live. So you can drop your comments there, and you can call into the show on 0913 6000 410, 0913 6000 410, or you can send a text message or a WhatsApp message to 0913 6000 430. But before I open up the phone line, Fuhad, in a few minutes, just 1 or 2 minutes, and you've already shared your thoughts as regards this conversation, but is there anything you'd like to add so we can listen to our callers?
I'll do it very fast. I think, again, information management is very, very important. When the government is to take a policy decision that affects all Nigerians, especially when it comes to the welfare of ordinary Nigerians, information management is key. I would appeal again to the president to look at the issue of subsidy removal with tact, and he has to be methodical about it. I understand the fact that he wants to position himself as a president who will be ready to take very tough decisions for the good of the country. But again, he needs to be careful, he needs to tread carefully, and be very tactful about the issue of subsidy removal and manage his information very well. He needs the people on his side to really push his policies through. That's on subsidy removal. The issue of our refineries, again, an appeal to the president again. As a matter of national emergency, our appeal to him to quickly either sell those refineries off, concession them, privatize them, or do whatever he wants to do with them. We need them running again, so that, look, whatever Dangote refinery will give us as petroleum supply, we can also begin to get some, petroleum supply from these refineries. If he decides to privatize them, so be it. If he wants to concession them, so be it. If it's going to be a PPP arrangement where the government also owns a major stake, I think we can go with that. But this issue of putting money into those refineries that turn around or maintenance or what we call rehabilitation has to stop. It's all corruption. Nothing is going to happen if we continue to go on that line. So, again, a big appeal to the president again to look at something different on those refineries.
All right. So the number to call is 0913 6000 4310. 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call. For text message and WhatsApp message is 0913 6000 430. That's the number to call, 0913 6000 430. And you can drop your comments on Facebook and YouTube. We would also read that as well. We'll take it on air as well. So you can drop your comments. I see a comment, Anthony Ajishegiri, asking for our phone details. It's on the thumbnail on YouTube. You can get the number there. But thank you very much. Let's get our first caller for the morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
Thank God for another day. Fuhad, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
They have come again. All these people who are condemning all those marketers concerning fuel subsidy. Go and buy something from them or go and do business with them. You will discover that they are even worse off. Let's assume that you are a marketer. We're in a capitalist country. You are a marketer, you bought a product for 200 naira, for example, and when you are going back, you will go and buy it for 400. Will you sell for 250? We're in a capitalist state and they say it's a free economy. But when people embezzle billions of naira, we say they can go. But the man who has got to borrow money from the bank, we don't care whether that money that he has used to buy fuel, if he cannot get it, the bank will sell his property. Fuhad has said so many things this morning that I agree with. You see this issue of NNPC coming to tell us that are they not government themselves? That's number one. Number two, who is auditing them? The refineries that we are talking about as we speak this morning, what is it? Is it not human being that is going to manage Dangote? Is it not human being? It's just that if this president wants to succeed, he should remove men like Kyari. He should remove all these people because Mr. President, if you want to succeed, remove all these people. They are not going to do you any good. I am telling you now. And I know they are already of lobby with him now. The man is not that foolish. He knows what he's doing. He's going to handle all of them. We want a better Nigeria. We want, and nobody should tell me that our refineries cannot work. Nobody should tell me that. Is it not human beings that are manning them? Do they have to, if they know that if they do anything, they won't get away with it, they will sit up. What is it? Are they different from private organizations? We just take government property as nobody's property, and we pauperize Nigerians, we suffer them for nothing. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. I appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sandra, this is Joe from Bariga anyway.
All right.
Sandra, what about you did not add up the humongous salaries they are paying the workers that they not doing any work? in NNPC.
It's
You will not add it.
it's part of it.
Yeah, you need to add it so that we can know how much would have wasted. I was the architect of this president when he came in. He was wasting money here and there. I was talking with various stations. Look at this man is wasting our money. I bet nobody came to fight this man. Eh? I don't know. The man just wasted the money and gone like that. And we are talking here and there, complaining here and there. Fuel scarcity back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's another thing, Fuhad. There are people there. They're paying salaries.
Of course, if you go to those refineries, you go to their car park.
There are people there. Hello.
Good morning to you, Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Fuhad, good morning to you.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
Thank you, my dear. God bless all of you. You see, this cartel, I think they need to be dealt with. If Mr. Prime make a pronouncement, which I think is also going to be on that Friday, they are making pronouncement. I never tell them that it's going to start outside. We behind this, where the former government get a parliament $800 million for palliative. We have suggested to them what they use money to do. And they told Nigeria that June no more subsidy. But I want them to find this station carefully. Those who lock up their station immediately desire to prevent Mr. President. Secondly, those who reduce their form from 6 to 1 make it very difficult for people. It's going to be sanctioned heavily because this cartel, they were there. They don't want anything good to work in this country. Therefore that. And 13 years, spent a lot of money for our refineries to work. I always say corruption just can't make this to work because our problem today in this country is corruption. The moment we claim the mortal corruption, everything gets better. Look at it now. And a lot of food is taking place. We don't hear report. The what National Assembly they did before when we hear this or that. A professor was falling down like a dog. Nothing happened. So all those the present government, I want them to tame the cartel. They support this billion they were talking about. Let us know the result. Anybody culpable should be taken to court to be punished to save this country. So especially they must start with those who lock up their station, who use their pump this thing, not from 6 to 5 to 1. It's over Nigeria. So for me, Mr. President, I now want him to sit accountable to the Nigerian Labour Congress, the TUC, the local, and the other stakeholders to iron things out because this subsidy, it must go. We are subsidizing a lot of West African countries. Why should they spend 80 billion a day for subsidy when we did not enjoy it? My sister, we got to save this country.
Amen.
The
Thank you.
Is there and ready to work for Nigeria. I must support you. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you too, Prince Wise. Thank you very much. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alhaji Super.
Thank you. Good morning. Power, good morning.
Good morning, Alhaji.
Thank you. I think Nigerians should understand, first of all, on this issue of subsidy. Nigerians should understand what the president did goes down to information management. It's time to let us know the position of the subsidy, and that is exactly what he did. So, giving us the position that President Muhammadu Buhari government is not even budgeted for continuity of the budget. Of the subsidy. So that's exactly what he did. So, elementary man supposed to know that. So Nigeria he's just telling us to prepare our mind. So that is exactly what he did. On the issue of but before that, I will advise if this time we find ourselves now because of us rotten dealers.
Hello? Hello? All right, I think we lost that call there. Thank you very much, Alhaji Super. Maybe you can send a text message to complete your thoughts as regards the conversation ongoing. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Oh, yes. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus, and we're having conversation as regards the clarification that came from the presidency on the first subsidy situation. That it was merely stating, or the president was merely stating or communicating the status quo as handed on from the previous administration led by Muhammad Buhari. And then we're also having a conversation on the 11 trillion naira has been spent on moribund refineries in the past 13 years. What exactly is happening with our refineries? Why are we spending so much money there? And what can we do? Or what do you suggest we do? Should we privatize it? Should we concession them? Should we just sell them off? So what exactly is the way forward with our refineries? And what do you think of the statement the government doesn't have any business doing business? And that's another one. All right, so 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call for text message and WhatsApp messages. 0913-6000-430. You can as well drop your comments on our Facebook and YouTube live. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. You can drop your comments there and we'll take them as well. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
How was your night?
Well. Thank you very much.
I want to for my friend and brother, Mr. Fuhad.
Good morning.
Hey, Mr. Fuhad, I want to appreciate you. You are telling us.
What is your name?
My name is Victor from Onipan.
Okay.
He is the most prepared president, not Jonathan. He's the most prepared this and that and that and that and that. Look at what you are facing. Management of the president did not manage that statement well on that day. He did not manage it well. My sister,
yes,
Sandra.
Yes.
Nigeria is not Lagos State. It's not Lagos State. Nigeria is not Lagos State. Tell the president. It's not Lagos State. You call Fashola, you call Ambode, you call Fatinubu, you call it. No, it's not Lagos State. In fact, the marketers and the petrol station, they were waiting, like Yoruba says, around a bomb. They were waiting for that statement. And that day I was driving. Immediately I heard the president say, subsidy, go! Subsidy, go! I was shaking inside my car. Because I know that we are in for it. Tell Mr. President, Nigeria is not Lagos State. And tell Fuhad, he should stop pressing this Mr. President. He should stop. He's telling us he's the most prepared. Why Obasanjo was not prepared.
Wait,
Jonathan was
Mr. Victor.
I'm hearing my sister. He's training me.
Mr. Victor, did you listen to the show today at all, or maybe it's Monday's conversation?
The one I listened to this morning. In fact, I praised Fuhad. He said something good. I won't lie to you.
It's okay. Thank you.
That day,
thank you, Mr.
That day.
Thank you, Mr. Victor.
Look at come and see kill. We are like slaves in our country.
It's all right. Thank you very
much. We are like slaves.
Thank
you. Training me.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We should all fear God, as a matter of fact. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Lady Sandra and Honorable. This is Ochuku from Sule.
Ochuku from Sule.
Yes. Yeah. I want to talk to one of the callers that called before this one. He said the subsidy was already meant to be removed. Yes. But he forgot that Buhari paid subsidy to the end of June. What we are suffering now, we should start suffering it from end of June. Not now. Not now. That statement was just too harsh. It has nothing to do with that statement at all. We all knew, even if it is Obi, Atiku, everybody, we knew they were going to remove subsidy. But you shouldn't make that statement. Under 1 hour, they gave you power. The whole country is in chaos. And we go 4 years.
Amen. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We still have 4 years to go. But God help us all. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
Yes, good morning.
Sandra and Fuhad. I say good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
There you have Chief of Agwadi. I'm calling from Sango.
Good morning, Chief.
On the issue on ground, I want to go the way of other people that they subsidy, but it has gone, and there are no two ways to say it. But the only thing I would do to my president, my agitated emeritus, my deputy emeritus, is that he should say softly when he's making public pronouncements. Because like the last fellow said, Nigeria is not Lagos. The day you talk in Lagos and people will embrace you and not challenge you, you say it. Nationwide, we see attacks from both right and center. But I want the media men to manage them very well. Not to be making public pronouncements that can keep up the policy. Then the issue of the subsidy itself, look at, I want you to go and see the magnitude of corruption that is involved. Go to Ogiri, to be a journalist. Go to Oyo, go to Jeba Bridge, Niger Bridge, go to and see the sample, the owner of the tankers that you find there. They are mainly tankers that people who looted their state or federal government treasury. People traveling in Abuja, they will loot and buy like 10 tankers, 110 million at a time. And they will target it to come and be collecting, to be looking for it in the south here, and taking it to Abuja or any part in the north and collecting subsidy from the, what they call, Petroleum Equalization Fund. I was in the health sector, this is what I know, and I'm saying it. And we are together with, as you argue, the president in person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are all, when he was in Modi, I was in the public health sector, and we knew what was going on, distributed to the destination. We are destined. And that is what we have been facing for more than 40 years now. And that is why you see we have more tankers in Nigeria than all the tankers in Africa. The tanker in Nigeria is more than all the tankers in Africa, and just because we have people collecting fraudulent payments. So, to that extent, that thing must go. And then when you look at the tanker distribution, you see that the research, how many tankers do you have? They just need to go to the north and they collect money. You send tankers to come and collect petroleum products for your station in Abuja and other ones.
Thank you.
They take it for and sell it up. They sell it up for a day.
All right.
At Ajibola. And they still go and collect subsidy.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Chief.
Yes. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Fuhad, good morning.
You know, it's a Kangirina.
Thank you, sir. Sandra, I don't understand, though.
What?
You say that we are owing NNPC 280 billion. Which work did that work for Nigeria?
2.8
something trillion.
2.8
2
trillion.
something. What did they do for Nigeria? I don't understand.
They were the ones paying. They were helping the federal government to pay for subsidy.
What is NNPC and what is NNPC PLC or whatever they are? I don't understand these people. They are just confusing us with all these things. Suddenly now NNPC has become another thing, and they are now we are now the people that are owing them. Are they not supposed to be owing Nigeria? How did they become company? You see, this thing that is happening, the other time they said $1.5 billion is what they want to use. They borrowed to go repair this other refinery in Port Harcourt. Where is that money now? That entered voicemail. And we are here. Look at what we are going through right now. I will not say anything because we have been crying since. People don't want to hear. Mr. Fuhad.
And with you.
You know what the cockroach told her children? When the chicken was always pursuing and eating some of the children. He told the children not to cry. That this same chicken that is eating them, Christmas is coming. Chicken will be crying more than they themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kangbelin. I appreciate. All right, let's take some messages now. I have quite a number of, well, it's a lot. So I would move, but I'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Thank you very much, Mr. Kangbelina. All right, we have some WhatsApp messages here. I'll start with this. Good morning. I am Sam from Magodo. If this government says it doesn't know about the fuel subsidy issue, they must be deceiving themselves, not Nigerians. This subsidy would have been removed long ago during Jonathan's administration, but they fought against it. If subsidy will be removed in this administration, they should put proper palliative measures and stop suffering innocent Nigerians that are not part of their cabal. Thank you, Sam from Agodo. I also have here, good morning, Sandra. Mr. President should note that now that he is the president and not a former governor or a senator, he should please speak with caution. He should please speak with caution. The subsidy statement is misinterpreted. Kunle Prof from Ilasa. Okay, Kunle aka Prof from Ilasa. Thank you very much. I also have good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. The announcement President Bola made about the subsidy removal isn't a new thing. He only reiterated something that have been said before. I feel it's Nigerians reacting the wrong way, and I don't think Nigerians would react anytime the subsidy issues come up. Won't react. I feel what the government should do is to carry critical stakeholders along in their decision-making process to remove the subsidy. Also, I struggle to believe how PMS subsidy favors the rich and not the poor. PMS subsidy removal will affect production, food, and transportation. The government doesn't buy fuel. The rich can afford to buy the fuel while it skyrockets. What about the poor who struggles to feed, even when the subsidy exists after it's removed? Welumi from Lagos is asking. I also have here Samson from Yenokwaja. We just dey play for this country. Masses that did not contribute to how the country got impoverished are the ones to pay the price for the new government. I just dey laugh. Okay, Samson. Thank you. I will also have the sudden skyrocketing of fuel price is expected immediately the president made that statement. He would have known that his words as a president have a lot of weight and will go a long way how people are going to respond. So I expected him to give a time frame instead of taking effect immediately. Chika Bende from Trade Fair, Lagos, sharing his own thoughts. Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle. As much as I was elated by President Tinubu's speech, he should have exercised diplomatic restraint on the subsidy removal. Though it has been removed by his predecessor, Buhari, who evaded the responsibility to avoid more bad name as regards inflicting avoidable hardship on most Nigerians, they set landmines for Jagaban, and one has caught him. Henceforth, President Tinubu should watch his back. He's a smart person. The next few days, he should stabilize the system. Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle, thank you very much. I'll take this one and then we'll move back to, there's no name anyways. All right, so let's move back to phone calls. 0913-6000-410. That's the number to call. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So you can drop your comments on our Facebook comment section and our YouTube comment section. And we'll also take it on air, just in case you can't access the WhatsApp. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Akim.
Hello, Akim. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, please, I would like to make one or two contributions. Okay, this subsidy removal, my understanding, it's not just a day job. I'm very sure while we have made some effort for National Assembly to approve deduction, they say something that made them to agree in that subsidy removal. So, the statement from President Tinubu, I will agree to that statement. That's a bold statement. To Banipay, I think, and Orobo. That's what will happen eventually from June. Now, we are doing government for that declaration. Why are we not blaming the marketers or that just change the price overnight? That tells you a lot that is happening in this economy. So, if you want to consult the stakeholders, I'm very sure it will be frustrated. And every day, we are dealing that removal subsidy. You just keep accumulating. 2.8 trillion for doing nothing. Trillion naira. That's a lot of money. Please, I agree with President Tinubu that it has to be removed immediately from June. Please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate Akim. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Fuhad.
Good morning.
Yeah, Peter Monte from Shomulu. Now, I don't want to accept all this theory, mismanagement of information. The information was misrepresented. The information was mispresented. Let me tell you, Fuhad, what I would have done if I were to be in the position of Tinubu. Once I gave that information, confirming the fact that everybody has known that subsidy will last till end of the half of the year, which is end of June. And I made a statement on the end of May. Then people misunderstand me. What I will do immediately, except is not getting feedback, except is detached from the people, and it doesn't know what we are going through now. I will have immediately issued another information. I mean, telling all the marketers that, look, you must not do this. That you must not put 1 naira on what it was sold before. Because this thing has to remain until June ending, because subsidy has been paid for till June ending. I think he issued that return, I think he issued that what do you call it, maybe presidential declaration of payment, that they should stop it. He has not done that. So once you have not done that, the confusion that is going on now, that my people are taking to school from Palm Group to Army Children's School at Arena, that should already see. So you see the refineries we are talking about. Let me just, these refineries under the government will never work. And I'm repeating it here, let them give it out like my brother here has said. Let them just sell it out. So,
Not much, Mr. Peter. We hear you. Please, can you speak a little louder?
Good morning to you, Sandra.
Good morning.
Okay, you engineer Need from Yala.
All right.
Well, removal of subsidy and the pronouncement by Tinubu is really, I know it's out of the original script he was to read, but he mentioned it because of the failure, and that should not continue. Be mindful of what he says. That people clap for him or people hail him. The ripple effect on the market, Lagos started seeing the ripple effect of what he said. Let it be very productive. We people in Yoruba will criticize him because we are deep inside, and we criticize him objectively to make him a success. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Yeah, amen. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. Yes, time check right now is 20 minutes gone past 9. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. And right now it's Mainland Focus. And the focus for this morning, we're looking at the clarification that came from the presidency through the spokesman of the president, Tunde Rahman, saying that the president was merely communicating the status quo, that the Buhari-led administration did not provide for subsidy in the budget for 2023 beyond the first half of the year, which, was why the president said, hence, subsidy is gone. So we're asking a question. Do you think that the information could have been communicated, more tactfully, or do you think that it was an inevitable situation we're going to find ourselves? So whether he says it, in a flowery or colorful way, it was still something that will still happen. All right. That's the conversation as regards for subsidy removal. Also, we're looking at the 11 trillion naira that has been spent so far on moribund refineries. All right, rehabilitating the refineries we spent 11 trillion naira. And the question is, what do we do about our refineries? What's the way forward as regards our refineries? How can we, are we wasting money? Should we say we're just wasting money on something that is not productive for the country? And what's the way forward? What should we do about the refineries? Should we sell it? Should we concession them? Or should we privatize them? What do you think can be done in order for us to, be more cost, effective or productive as regards what we are spending on rehabilitating refineries that are not working? 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages is 0913 6000 430. You can also comment on our live feeds on Facebook and YouTube. We're live, so you can drop your comments there as well at Mainland 98.3 FM, and we'll take those as well. We'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Just very quickly. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. This is Godwin from Ilasa. I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I'm afraid that Tinubu hasn't shown difference. You can't get a different result when you walk the same path. First, Tinubu should understand that leading Nigeria is different from leading Lagos State. His statement, subsidy is gone, it is a statement made at the wrong time. If NNPC is still sole importer of PMS, then the essence of the subsidy removal is questioned. Petroleum products importation should be liberalized. Diesel and kerosene are not subsidized, yet we've not enjoyed any dividend as citizens of this nation. And that's our fear. This subsidy on PMS may go, yet nothing will come to masses. For our refineries, it's the failure of the government's sincerity in fighting corruption that has crippled our refineries. Let the refineries be sold off. Fuhad, just very quickly, remember that when we had the issue of dirty oil that came into the country some months ago, sometime last year, there was this revelation that we had about 23 other importers of fuel into the country. Do you think, do you think in one way or the other that would, resolve this subsidy situation? The opening the importation up. Do you think in one way or the other?
No. You see, those 23 importers are contractors to the NNPC. The NNPC is the sole importer. So what it does is I subcontract the importation.
That's what I'm saying. That do you think opening up the importation of in any way, do you think that would help the situation we are in? Meaning that NNPC should not be the sole importer.
Yes, I agree that we can wet the market by giving people licenses to bring fuel from anywhere in the world. But I think going forward, the permanent solution to this problem will be to fix our refineries so that we can refine locally, whether through private refineries, through government refinery. We need refineries, at least minimum of 5 or 6, working in the country, so that we can have local production. That's the ultimate goal, because importation will still be determined by forex, which will affect price of PMS at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go back to the phone lines. We'll wrap things up with the messages in a bit. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Sandra.
Yes.
Good morning. Fuhad, I greet you. This is Babaji.
Yes.
Good morning, Babaji.
Yeah, Fuhad, I'm a bit confused. Does it mean the 8 years of former President Buhari is a kind of scam? No refinery at all, no turnaround at all was made. And I remember, it's not forgotten, there was appropriation from the National Assembly about $1 billion or $1.5 billion, for turnaround of Port Harcourt refinery and 1 or 2. And people started, really, that this is another way of siphoning money for election. I remember. And the State Department for Petroleum told Nigeria to just hold the responsible that the refinery must work. So at the end of the day, after the 8 years now, they push the problem to another person, one of their own anyway. But Mr. President, there is a way to manage inauguration speech. I'm not blaming the handlers. I've said it in different platforms this morning. The handlers, the media guru, they would have whispered to Mr. President, say, look, don't mention subsidy. And somebody said that, look, the marketers should be blamed, that they should leave the government alone. I think it's laughable. For what? If you are selling it, for example, as only as for what? I'm not saying anyway. If the price is too high, and overnight you had to increase the price to 5,500, are you telling me those only people you will still stick to that 2.5? Let us be clear, we all are Nigerians. But I'm against when you double it. Something that was 210, 185, you just make it 500. It's condemnable. But I wish they started selling it 300 so that at the end of the day they can make up money. If they go back to the tank farm, they will have money to bring another one. I think it's encouraging. But that 500, 600 is condemnable. But Mr. President can still do damage control. From today to tomorrow, I think we can say something. Even if it comes to national broadcast now. It's not really. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, that will be the last call that we can take for this morning. We'll wrap things up with the messages that we have. We have a message here on Facebook from Olatunbosun Olarinwaju saying that, but why is no one talking about the Federal Executive meeting where the subsidy removal was suspended under the last administration? Have we all forgotten? But that's the essence of this conversation, Olatunbosun Olarinwaju. The fact that the president said that in the budget for 2023, there's no provision whatsoever for the second half of the year in the budget. So how do they fund the subsidy. That's where where all of this confusion and chaos came from. But I totally understand where you're coming from. Thank you very much. Let's also take some WhatsApp messages here. Hi, Mainland FM. This narrative of the marketers hoarding and selling fuel. This is a very long one. Okay. Hoarding and selling fuel at exorbitant prices is uncalled for, as this only brings hardship to the people. If you can build a refinery from scratch in 6 years and the CPN governor sourcing millions of dollars to aid the refinery, we can make things happen in our oil sector and improve our GDP if we can do the following. 1. First of all, let us look into the power holding of the cabal and nip it from the bud. 2. Let our government diversify to other sources of income through other natural resources and tourism to kill the monopoly of crude oil. 3. Let government provide palliative to aid upcoming investors who want to venture into oil and gas like they did for Dangote, and also encourage modular refineries and provide licenses to them. 4. If possible, can we break this invisible hand by the international communities through dangerous loans and policy advice? 5. Let the government concession the repair or build new refineries to private individual or organization like they are doing for our airports. 6. Data, accountability and transparency reports should be made a priority, as we need to know the amount of crude extracted and exported, as this is one of the major problems dealing with Nigeria in oil sectors. As usual, there's much to say, but nobody to pay me for consultation, and that is Sean from Festac stating his own thoughts as regards the conversation. Thank you very much for joining in. Apologies that we're not able to take your phone calls or we didn't read your messages. We sincerely apologize. But then, of course, as usual, the conversation continues with Okwemi Akiyode by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room. Also, we'll be back by 9:45 for Global View, where we'll be talking the top 3 trending stories on the international scene. My name is Mobola Sandra. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter